Peel Regional Police ने एक और feather जो है अपने wings add किया है. So Peel Regional Police takes 30-30 initiative pledge. So this is a very important pledge. It means that by 2030, 2030 तक Peel Regional Police च 30% ਜਿਹੜੀ representation of women ਦੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ. ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਜੋ Peel Regional Police ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ 21 to 22% ਜਿਹੜੀ representation ਹੈ Peel Regional Police and first in Ontario that by 2030 2030 ਤੱਕ Peel Regional Police ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ 30% ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰਿਕਰੂਟਸ ਹੈ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਵੂਮਨ ਦੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਸੋ ਆਹ ਪਲੇਜ ਲਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ Peel Regional Police ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਹਾਈਲਾਈਟਸ
Well, today is a great day. Today is the official launch of at Peel Regional Police of the initiative called 30 by 30, which means Peel Regional Police is going to be the first largest police service in Ontario to commit to hiring 30% of our workforce being women by the year 2030. So right now here at Peel Regional Police, we roughly have 21 to 22% of our population that are women. We know the national average is 23. In the US, we heard today it's 15%. But now we're committing to hiring women to make sure it's equitable. As you know, Peel Police is a diverse community, lots of faith cultures. We need to represent it, and it's the right thing to do. Part of this is going to be a recruiting initiative, but also making sure that internally we allow and show pathways for women to succeed here in policing. And today is a significant day and a launch for that.
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ Constable Bali Sainia ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ Peel Regional Police ਨੇ ਨਾ 30 by 30 ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਲੇਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ by 2030 ਅਸੀਂ 30% ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਹਾਇਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੈ ਨਾ 21% ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਫੀਮੇਲ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਨ ਪੁਲਿਸਿੰਗ ਬਟ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਕਰੀਏ to 30%. ਸੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦਿਓ ਆਪਣੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਟੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਫਸਰ ਬਣ that's it.
Sat Shri Akal, Namaskar, Assalamu Alaikum, Mint Wada, Brampton Northo, PC Party MLA Graham McGregor. Here today at Peel Regional Police to announce the 30 by 30 initiative to make sure that we have more representation, particularly of women in Peel Regional Police. So they've committed to 30% of the workforce being women by 2030. This will help us keep our community safer. When we have a representative police service, it helps drive better outcomes for community safety in our own communities. So another example of Peel Regional Police showing international leadership, frankly. So honored to be here as Brampton's own, and just really great job by the chief, but also all the female officers at Peel Regional Police that keep us all safe.
Hi everyone, Charmaine Williams, Ontario's Associate Minister of Women's Social and Economic Opportunities, and we are at the Peel Regional Police today to announce the start of 30 by 30. That is increasing the amount of women on the police force by 30% by 2030, and it's an amazing initiative. Peel is the first large police force to take on this initiative to make this change. You know, I have been working really hard across Ontario to ensure that we are increasing the amount of women in sectors where we're underrepresented, and policing is definitely one of those sectors. When you have women in policing, you have a stronger culture of policing. You have other women who are calling on the police and being able to see another woman's face at providing that support. And I think these are really a major and important initiatives that we're doing here. And as Ontario's Minister for Women, I'm fully supportive of this initiative because I do believe that when women succeed, Ontario succeeds.
First in Ontario, as you mentioned, and there are many first in the feathers of Peel Police like NG 911 technology and now this first in the feather. So how you feel about leading the police forces and adding these kind of feathers in the Peel Police? Thank you.
Yeah, so first of all, I feel very proud of the team that's behind me. They're all behind all the cameras because they're the ones that are driving these initiatives. They're quite remarkable. I'm proud of the support we get from our Police Services Board, the province, our elected officials. But more than anything, one thing I've always said here at Peel is if we don't like change, we're going to hate being irrelevant even more, right? And so, if you stand still, we're just going to fall behind. And in Peel, we have no choice. You open the papers and look at the news, what's happening here. We are sometimes unfortunately the epicenter of real strong urban pressures that require us to continue to change and evolve. So being the first largest police service in Ontario to commit to 30 by 30, yes, we'd like to be out front and drive change, but we know the outcome of this is not just about trying to be leaders in it, is the community, our police service will benefit from it, just like everything else, including like the technology initiatives that you've seen, NG911 for example. The reason we do it is because it's a platform to serve the community better, and the outcomes are undeniable, and I hope to be standing in front of you or maybe one of these young officers in X amount of years telling you the outcomes of why this initiative was so great.
Thank you. Follow-up is, since we have the provincial representatives here, and Peel Police already got the helicopters, and it may be coming, but we would like to see the women in air units also. And also, Chief, the other regional polices also doing a great job. What we see, one thing to be strengthened, this is a good initiative that our Peel Regional Police air unit to be more strengthened, like one of the example in the York Regional Police. In terms of the air units, they have a very strong presence on that, catching these car thefts and catching these criminals. So since we have a provincial representative here, what suggestion or what good points we can take from the York Police in terms of the air units and including the women in the air units? Thank you.
Thank you. I think, first of all, I appreciate the question. Any one of our units, bureaus, we hope to see representation in gender-wise. I do want to first acknowledge that the province absolutely, and maybe one of the ministers would like to speak to it, has done a remarkable job to ensure that we have greater capacity. So yes, we're the largest urban center in North America with 14, 15 million people within an hour and a half drive, without a full air support. So the province had heard that pressure, carjackings, violent offenses, everything that are happening, missing persons. It allows us to help respond to it. So yes, we do hope to see representation, but part of the equation is the province has also helped us grow. A year and a half ago, we were only able to hire a finite amount of officers annually. And as the province has listened to and heard, the need for growth in policing has to be there. They've expanded our capacity at the police college, which is the gateway to enter policing. And I know they're listening to us as we continue to work with them about further opportunities to grow, but these are some really remarkable changes that have happened, as you know, more recently for us to ask and grow, and the Police Services Board to support hiring more people. But we believe the more we hire, the more we aim at the 30 by 30, the more likely that we're going to see representation in all these different spaces that we historically have not had. But perhaps I'll invite one of the ministers to speak.
Yeah, I can't sum it up better than the Chief did, but we know capacity pressures are growing in Peel and across Ontario, and that's why we invested in the Police College, as I alluded to in my remarks, growing the amount of graduates from 1440 to 2080. And spoiler alert, the work's not done. We know that there's more work we got to do there. The helicopter units, not just for Peel, but also for Halton, for Toronto, for Ottawa as well, getting rapid response for some of the violent high-risk offenses and avoiding some of the car chases and high-speed chases that we've seen also keeps people safe on our roads, but also our officers. We've got automatic license plate readers and Next Generation 911. We are very in tune with the public safety pressures that we hear not only from our police, but also from residents out in neighborhoods, and very committed to our approach is to give police every tool that we can so they can do our jobs and keep our community safe. I'm biased as a Brampton boy, but here in Peel Regional Police, we're very proud to have a world-class police service, and they do a pretty darn good job when we give them the tools to do their jobs.
Are embodied, and so today is a significant day for us, not just here in Peel, in a broader community, but right across North America. I'm proud to announce that we are the first Ontario Police Service here at Peel Regional Police to sign on to the 30 by 30 initiative, which includes a pledge of really low, or in most cases no cost actions that are quite intentional, intended to improve the representation and the expectations of sworn women and civilian professionals all across all our ranks. As a participating agency, we're committed as a police service to promote bias-free, promote equitable hiring, retention, promotion, leadership development of our people. The 30 by 30 initiative is actually based on social research which demonstrates that greater representation of women in police agencies leads to better policing outcomes, not just for within the organization, but for the community itself. So our commitment is by 2030 that our representation of women is 30%. And can I tell you, this also applies to all other social demographic characteristics as well. As Mr. Boughton alluded to, approximately 22% of our current workforce are women, which is very close to the national number of 23%, but we know that's not good enough. So you hear from me and our team, and I want to thank them, our leadership team that are driving this initiative, is that we do commit by 2030 to have 30% of our organization comprised of women membership. And this is an initiative about equitable opportunities. We want caring, empathetic individuals that are able to vacillate between the needs of risk prevention, emergency response, social development, all the things that are important for what we call and hire our people to serve the public. I can tell you that their lived experiences and work experiences enrich this organization and also strengthen our connections and foster better relationships with the community. The work environment in our police service is about welcoming and empowering and allowing our members to access opportunities to grow within this police service. With 3,500 members, we are a big machine and have a very complex network of professions, specialties, and assignments within this organization.
My journey began with Peel Regional Police 35 years ago, when I joined here as a cadet. And back then, the landscape was vastly different. We were very lucky if we could have one female officer per shift. I can remember sharing my aspiration at that time to become the first female member of the Tactical and Rescue Unit. Many dismissed this dream, telling me that such a role was simply out of reach for a woman. But I've never been one to back down from a challenge. And while others doubted, I took action. During my lunch breaks on night shifts, I practiced physical drills in the tactical training area, pushing myself when no one was watching. When testing day arrived, I completed the course, pushing myself when no one was watching. And when testing day arrived, I completed the course. And though I fell short on time, I doubled down on my efforts. And when the opportunity presented itself again, I was successful. I became the first woman in Peel's history to be a member of the 12-member tactical unit. Now, this journey was not without its challenges. All eyes were on me to see if I could succeed. There were officers in the unit who challenged me, pushing me harder than other members. However, I wanted to show that I could prove myself. I wanted to show that I belonged here, that a woman can do this job. My first challenge, day one, was the lack of a female change room. No problem, I thought. I simply changed in the ammunition storage closet. I embrace these challenges as opportunities to prove in this high-stakes environment, earning respect through hard work and determination. Throughout my career, I have worked in various roles, but always returning to emergency support. And in 2015, as the staff sergeant in charge of the tactical unit, I prioritized recruiting women. As the superintendent overseeing the area, we were proud to have welcomed a second female member to the tactical unit, which now consists of 2 women in the 48-member unit. We are one of the only services in Canada that can say this. And yes, there is a female change room with room for more even amazing women to join. My story is not about my achievements. It's about breaking barriers and challenging perceptions. It serves as a reminder that your dreams are valid, regardless of how others perceive them. When faced with doubt, remember that resilience is born from perseverance. Surround yourselves with those who uplift and inspire you to keep pushing forward. So to everyone out there that has been told that you can't do something, remember this: you have the strength to prove them wrong. Your journey may be filled with obstacles, but with dedication and belief in yourself, you can achieve greatness. I truly believe that Peel Regional Police is the place to realize those goals and to foster an environment where women can succeed. Initiatives like this 30-30 challenge will continue to inspire women to break these barriers. I'm really proud to work for this.
I started my career with Peel Regional Police 15 years ago. I had the privilege to work at 22 Division Patrol, Media Relations, 21 Division Patrol, 21 Division Missing Persons and Domestic Violence Unit. And I also had the opportunity to create the new Intimate Partner Violence Unit, where I worked for several years. Currently, I'm on a pilot project with the Initial Disclosure Review Unit. I've had to make sacrifices and to prioritize my personal life, but that comes true for any career. With the right support system, these challenges and choices became manageable. In fact, they have helped me grow stronger, both as an individual, as a spouse, a mother, and a police officer. I wanted to strive to be the best police officer I can be. I hope to set a positive example for my family, as well as all the women here today who aspire to join the policing profession.
A newly hired cadet. I just started recently. I'm a graduate from Wilfrid University with a Bachelor's of Honors in Criminology and a minor in Leadership. Prior to policing, I've worked in finance and as a teaching assistant, which helped me acquire great skill sets and a strong foundation that has set me up for success. Let 30 by 30 initiative be a deliberate effort to continue growing and diversifying our organization with ambition, with drive, with strength, and most importantly, resilience, creating endless possibilities for all of us. As women, we can achieve whatever we put our minds to. So let us step up to the table and embrace the opportunities with.
I'm honored to be here to celebrate this important initiative and its mission to help more women access meaningful and well-paying careers across all ranks of law enforcement. As Ontario's Associate Minister of Women's Social and Economic Opportunities, my job is to help women across the province to succeed at home, at work, and in their communities. And this, of course, includes empowering more women to access careers in fields where they have been traditionally underrepresented, like policing. And it's so great to see the support here for the Peel Region to help women succeed in law enforcement, and your commitment to the 30 by 30 initiative speaks volumes about your dedication to the communities of the Peel Region. My ministry is building on this work by supporting more women to find jobs and achieve financial success for themselves and their families.
We know that police protect our communities and they enforce the laws that allow us to function as a society. They keep our families safe. So we need more police officers and they need to continue to be the best of the best. That means supporting recruits, women and men who are willing to serve and protect. And Peel Police is doing exactly that with the 30 by 30 campaign to increase the representation of women in new classes of police recruits to 30% by 2030. And by ensuring its policies and culture support the success of well-qualified female police officers. This builds on our government's work because we believe that we need to be doing everything we can from Ontario to support getting more people into the policing profession. One of the ways that we did that was expanding training at the Ontario Police College. I had the honor of being at the March Past last week. And at the Ontario Police College, we've added a fourth intake each year and expanded each intake to 520 recruits from 480. To put that in perspective, with additional changes that are starting next year, our government will have increased the number of new police officers trained each year from 1,440 to 2,080. An increase in boots on the ground that will make a real difference to the safety of our communities. But to fill those spots, we need qualified candidates, including women, to step up, put their hands up, take that badge, and serve and protect their communities. I have had the honor of meeting so many brave and dedicated police officers, women and men, during my time as an MPP in Brampton North and in my role on auto theft and bail reform. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with such incredible people and to be here with the Peel Regional Police. Yet again, another example, Chief, and the team of Peel Police being at the forefront of where we need to get to as a society and as a country and as a province. I want to congratulate PRP for being the first police service in Ontario to join this initiative. And you know, I suspect that they will not be the last. We know we're better together. Our government, under the leadership of Premier Ford, will always support law enforcement as they work to protect public safety. We will always have the backs of police in the province. They have the backs of every single resident, keeping them safe every single day. They deserve politicians that have their backs as well. Happy to do that.
30/30 initiative sets a clear goal to ensure that 30% of new police recruits are women by 2030. This is more than numbers. It's about creating a more inclusive, balanced, and representative police service. As we all know, women bring unique strengths and perspectives to policing, skills in communication, empathy, de-escalation, and community building, which are all essential to the evolving demands of law enforcement today. By increasing women's representation, we're not only working towards gender parity, we're raising the standard for the entire profession, fostering greater trust and enhancing the quality of service we provide to our communities. At the Peel Police Service Board, we recognize that realizing this vision goes beyond recruitment. It's about building a workplace culture where women can thrive, feel supported, and take on leadership roles. We are dedicated to removing the barriers that women, particularly women of color, and those from underrepresented communities often face in their careers. This initiative will help us create a police service that genuinely reflects the diversity and resilience of the Peel region itself. We've seen the impact of greater female representation in policing, enhanced community relations, a more nuanced approach to conflict resolution, and a stronger, deeper connection to the people we serve. And today, we're not just discussing change, we're actively pursuing it. Together with my board colleagues, the chief, and our community partners, we are fully committed to